My best friend Michael is about as average as they come. We like the same video games, complain about homework, and eat way too much pizza, so you can imagine my surprise when I stumbled upon his secret. We were hanging out at his house, the same one he's lived in forever, when I noticed a small, dusty box tucked under his bed. Being the curious type, I took a peek. Inside were stacks of $100 bills. I almost fainted. I knew Michael's family was doing okay, but this was a whole new level of okay. My heart raced as I quickly shoved the box back under the bed. Michael walked in oblivious and asked if I wanted to order a pizza. A pizza? With all that cash, I just awkwardly nodded, my mind spinning. Later that day, I couldn't resist confronting him. "Dude," I blurted out, "I saw the box under your bed." Michael's eyes widened in panic. Then he let out a nervous laugh. "Oh, that?" he said, trying to play it cool. "It's, Monopoly money. Yeah, for a giant game we're planning." I raised an eyebrow, unconvinced. "Monopoly with hundreds?" I asked. He just shrugged and grinned sheepishly. Things got even weirder the next week. Michael casually mentioned we should hang out at his other place. Assuming he meant a friend's house, I didn't think much of it, but when his other place turned out to be a giant mansion with a pool and a bowling alley, my jaw dropped. This place was insane! Michael just laughed at my reaction, saying his family liked to live a little. Living a little. This was living a lot. Inside, the place was like a palace. There were more rooms than I could count, a home theater and a kitchen that could probably feed a small army. I half expected to see a butler walking around with a tray of caviar. As I tried to wrap my head around it all, Michael just kept giving me this mischievous grin. It was like he was enjoying my bewilderment. Later, while swimming in his Olympic-sized pool, yes, really, I decided to get some answers. "Seriously, dude," I said, "what's the deal with all this?" Michael sighed, finally realizing he couldn't keep it a secret anymore. He explained that his family had won the lottery years ago but wanted to keep it low-key. He swore me to secrecy, promising to explain everything later. For a while, everything felt different. Hanging out with Michael now meant navigating a world of luxury I never imagined. We'd go to fancy restaurants where the menus were in French. I just pointed at random pictures. And he'd casually talk about trips to Europe like it was no big deal. I couldn't help but feel a little out of place. Was this our life now? Would we still be friends, even though our worlds were so different? I started worrying that Michael would change, that he'd become some snobby rich kid who only hung out with other rich kids. But to my relief, he stayed the same goofy, pizza-loving friend I'd always known. He never flaunted his wealth and even seemed a little embarrassed by it. In fact, he still insisted on paying for pizza with crumpled dollar bills, claiming he didn't want to break 100. One day, as we were playing video games in his mansion's state-of-the-art gaming room, it was awesome. I finally confessed my worries. "I thought you'd change," I admitted, "that you wouldn't want to hang out with a regular guy like me anymore." Michael just laughed and punched me lightly on the arm. "Dude," he said, "money doesn't change who you are. It just buys fancier pizza toppings." And he was right. Our friendship didn't change, not really. We still argued over video games, made fun of each other's taste in movies, and yes, ate way too much pizza. The only difference was that now we sometimes ate that pizza in a mansion with a side of caviar. Okay, maybe not caviar, but you get the idea. Knowing Michael's secret did make me realize something important. Friendship is priceless. It doesn't matter if you have $1 million or $1 and a dream. True friends stick together, and that's worth more than all the mansions and fancy pizza toppings in the world. Plus, who's going to help you spend all that lottery money if not your best friend?